Welcome to Misha Madness and Motivation Podcast. This podcast is for anyone wanting to evolve in every aspect of their life. Do you want to be better and live life to your fullest potential? Tune in with your host, blogger, entrepreneur, and beauty executive, Misha.
Do you feel people are more sensitive today than they were a few years ago?
It's it depends on the topic, but honestly, back then I feel like they were more conservative, they were more quiet, they wouldn't speak out more. And then it's now, especially political views, we're more outspoken. We're not sensitive. We're just more outspoken. We speak what we think, and like we state our opinions, and like we just don't care about back then how they were conservative. We just like, this is how it is. This is what we think, and like point blank, like yeah, that's it.
Yes. Today than they were a few years ago?
Yeah, I feel like now, people are more sensitive today than a couple years ago. A lot of things are happening in this world, and with everything going on, people are just, scared that something bad is gonna happen. And stuff like that. You get what I'm saying? And it's like some people are not able to control their emotions. So
Yeah.
that's my wording. Yeah. So
Thank
far.
you. Do you feel people are more sensitive today than they were a few years ago?
I feel like people were more sensitive before because there was more going on back then than now, I guess. Not trying to say that it's not a lot going on today, but I just feel like it was more happening, worse things before.
Thank you. You can hear me? Okay, I'm back. Let me know if you can hear me. Okay, so that took a little moment. I'm so sorry about that. And without further ado, let me bring on my first guest. So I'm really excited to have her on because since I've known her, she's just always been into the music and all the good tunes, and she has an ear for different things. And I always trust her judgment when she's telling me to check something out. So I'm like, you know what? All of this is going on. I wonder how she feels about this. So I'm going to bring on Marche.
Hello.
Marche,
Hi, Mish. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you so much for being here. I'm sorry it
No
took so long
problem.
having audio issues. So
Yeah, this
before
is
we,
my first time ever doing something like this. So let me know. Can you hear me?
yes, I can hear you.
Oh, okay. All right. But
So before we start, can you just let everybody know who you are and where you're from?
yes, my name is Marjay. I'm from Trenton, New Jersey. I do a little bit of everything. I have my own YouTube channel, everyday life, life after college, just your different journeys you go on, depression, career, relationships, all that good stuff.
Yes,
And
you
I'm
be eating some
also
good food on there too.
yeah, we love to eat over here. I am a food connoisseur. We love to eat. And then
Yes.
like my everyday life, I'm in accounting. Don't do it. It's very time consuming. I just got off work. I'm tired.
Yes. A
We
lot of
work long
numbers.
hours, but I mean, whatever.
I
Yes.
understand.
Yeah.
So the first question I want to ask you actually, did you get a chance to answer the poll question for today?
No, what is it?
So the poll question is, do you believe people are more sensitive today than they were a few years ago?
Yes. Like
Yeah.
like that's funny because yesterday I was with my family. It's my grandma's birthday. So we had
Hmm.
like a little party and we watched the Dave Chappelle special.
Yes.
Yeah. So we watched it and then like my grandma and like the older family members, they didn't really think it was funny, but me and my cousins was cracking up.
Oh,
So it's
yeah.
and then it's like I don't know. I guess it just depends on what's near and dear to your heart and what touches
Right.
you. But I don't know. I just feel like you need a little humor and everything. Like I don't care what it is. Like I'm a crack me a joke. So but I'm just that
Seriously.
type of person. And that's just how most of
Seriously.
my family is. Like we're not the most sensitive people. Like we're usually the ones making the jokes. So
Right. I thought it was
but yeah, I
funny.
get it. Yeah, people be on uproars on Twitter, and I'm like,
For real, for real. So Twitter is actually what um, gave me the idea to start this particular topic because I was on Twitter, like I was telling everybody else, and people were going in as soon as Certified Lover Boy dropped. Everybody had an opinion, and I felt a lot of different ways. So I'm just like, you know what? Let me just open up this conversation. So of course, the first question that I want to know is what were the main influences on how you listen to music?
honestly, it depends on my mood. Like the first time I listen to an album, a song, anything, I like to listen to it in my car. Like I like to like just blast that. Can I curse?
Yes, you can curse.
Okay.
I'm the
I
same
like
way though. It needs the car stamp approval.
yeah, I need to like listen to. I need to listen to the quality of the sound, like the production, like all that, like that. Like I listen to everything, not just the lyrics. Um, but yeah, like the first time I listen to something, it's either I guess it just depends on my mood. And then like the people around me, they're like I listen to them because they have a good ear on music as well. So if they say something's good, I'll listen to it. If they say it's trash, I'll listen to it, but I'll still like it is trash. Like I just need to confirm
Right,
it
right,
for
right.
myself.
Okay, so
But
you don't
yeah.
just like not listen to it just because it's not what you would usually go for, like
No,
genre wise.
I give everything a listen, you know.
Yes, I love
Um
that about you.
yeah, I'll give it a listen, but it'd probably be that one listen. Like it probably won't be more than that.
Oh man. So, but you do listen to rap music.
Oh yeah, yes.
So, what is one of your all-time favorite rap albums?
One of my favorite, I don't even know. if it's like an actual album or if it might have been an EP. I'm not really sure
Okay.
because just I don't know. But I really used to bump Section 80 by Kendrick Lamar. Like I used to bump that
Word.
heavily.
Jada put me on.
Heavily, like on repeat. What was that? Middle school, high school? Like I used to like just bump it.
I
But,
got
like,
introduced to it in high school. I'm
yeah.
not sure how late I was to the party, but I love Kendrick. I was actually just talking to a friend the other day, and they were like, "Oh, I like J. Cole better than Kendrick," and I was like, "Yeah, but he wasn't on effing Problem." So,
Yeah.
no, but I love J. Cole.
That's
But
Brianna. She's the J. Cole stan.
yes,
It's just like she's obsessed with him. I mean, he's great. Don't get me wrong, but like she's overly obsessed with him. But yeah, I like. I don't know. Like I'm not. I like good music. Like I don't care. Like if it's good, I listen to it. But yeah, it's definitely Section 80. I don't know. I was just on like I don't know. It's real aggressive, and I like that. Like I don't.
yes.
I like when I was about to say something. I like when rappers like actually like rap. Like I don't. I prefer
You don't like the
listening.
singiness?
Huh?
You don't like the melodies with it? You just like hardcore rap?
I enjoy the
Prefer.
melodies, but like I prefer listening to niggas just go bar for bar for bar for bar.
Yes. No,
And
I
Kendrick,
agree.
Kendrick just be out rapping niggas in circles, so it's like okay.
Okay, I agree. I definitely agree, hands down. So when you're listening to an album for the first time, are you listening to it on shuffle or how are you listening to it?
No, I go like from like start to
Finish.
yeah, because I feel like I don't know. I feel like it's not every album is like a story but most albums there's like a storyline or some type of something. So I don't want to miss anything. So I like to listen the very first time I'll listen to it in order, but after that I'll shuffle around.
Yes, I'm the same way. So do you remember when Take Care came out?
Yes.
I know, right? So I also listen to albums from beginning to end, and then once I get familiar with the songs, I can put it on shuffle, and I don't care. But Take Care, I think, is such a special album because, like, from track 1 to 2, the tracks kind of go into each other. So when you're listening to like track 3 in the beginning, you'll hear a little bit of that interlude that he has on there with Kendrick. And I love that, like how they kind of like you have to listen to it from beginning to end. So
yeah, like the very first time you're gonna miss something. I mean, you probably gonna miss something anyway. Like I feel like every time I listen to like an album, I'll like recognize something else or like a song. I'm like, oh wait, he said that, or like just like a different melody or something. Like
right.
But I feel like the first time, like from beginning to end, it's meant. I don't know. I feel like the artist meant for these songs to be in a specific order for a reason. So it's like,
yeah,
let me do that. Yeah.
And get what they're given. I feel you. So you said that one of your all-time favorite rap albums or mixtapes, whatever it was, it was a great body of work. You said that, you listened to that heavy, and that was back before Kendrick was well known how he is now. Like, he's everywhere. So how do you feel when underground artists start getting that recognition and people worldwide start to notice them? Like, how do you feel about that?
I like enjoy it because it's like that's
with
crazy.
them.
Like I remember back, like I feel like like that's my dog. Like he made it.
No, for real. I asked because
time, knowing like how the music industry is, it's a business. I feel like I know at some point that not that the artist isn't necessarily going to cater to its fan base, but they have to like. Yeah, they kind of have to be that not a pop star, but like some songs aren't going to be for the fan base, like for the core base, and I understand that. But I don't know. Like, I'm happy for them because, like, whenever they'll put out a Lucy or leak something, and I'm like, oh, like, I'm one of those people. Like,
you're already on it.
Core base, but some stuff is just not going to be for us. So I enjoy it.
And, it's good to see them get, a bigger bag.
Yeah. Like, I remember seeing SZA in college. She used to come up to, like, Montclair and Rutgers and perform. And now she's, like, taking over the world. So it's like, I like seeing stuff like that. Yeah.
I asked because my little brother, he's so funny. So he posts music on SoundCloud and he listens to different rappers on SoundCloud. So when a SoundCloud rapper starts to get like popping, he gets mad. He's like, "Now everybody want to listen to them, and I knew them first." And I'm like, "But you should be happy." Like,
yeah,
you feel like you kind of rose with them, like you were with them shooting in the gym.
Yeah, Yeah. I haven't been on SoundCloud in a slick minute.
Me either. I've just been Apple Music'd out. So how long do you need to listen to an album before you can give it an honest rating?
See, for me, I don't know. Like I guess it just depends on the body of work. Because some stuff I listen to, like, this is trash. Like, right off the bat, like, I can't do this. Like, I'll listen to like the first couple of songs and be like, this is trash. But
Word.
then some stuff, it just hit me, like that Jasmine Sullivan. I forgot the name. Hotels.
Yes.
Hit me.
Oh my goodness.
Like,
oh my gosh. Have you listened to Tink's new album?
No, but
Heat
Brianna
of the
told me it's
Moment?
fire. I need to listen to it.
Yes.
Like,
Get into it.
Yeah, like stuff like that. Some stuff just hit me. I'm like, oh, this is fire.
Right. This is for me.
Yeah, but then like even with like Certified Lover Boy, that took me a couple listens. But then I was like, oh, okay. But
It's
I
a
guess
classic.
it depends on the body of work. Like I can't really say. Like I don't know. I guess it just depends.
I feel you. So speaking of Certified Lover Boy, which track off of that album was like skip immediately, and then now you listen and you're like, I like this?
See, I had like, okay, so it's the Givian song with Lil Durk in the Bible.
Oh, okay.
But
I seen you tweet
it's
some
only
lyrics of
because
that
I
the
had
other
like
day.
high expectation of Givian. Like I thought he was gonna be on that thing singing.
I feel you.
So
I
when
feel
I
you.
listened to it, I was like, oh, okay. But I mean, it's a good song. It's just not what I was thinking it was gonna be.
Right.
Yeah. How
How would you describe Meek Mill's new album?
It's
Why are you laughing? I really want to know.
The face you made.
Oh, okay. How do you feel about it? Because I know you love Meek. I know you love him. So I just want to know.
It wasn't his best body of work. I will say that.
That's how you feel?
Yeah. No, it was the last one before this. Championships.
Yeah, I think so. Yes.
I like
yes,
that one
yes.
way better than I like this one.
Okay. I feel like the title definitely holds up to what it is, like Expensive Pain. It sounds more polished, more mainstream.
Yeah, but I also feel like I don't know the timing he dropped it too. Like I definitely feel like it should have been like
A better rollout.
summer. Like
okay, that's what it's given, like summertime.
Yeah, like even like the cover art for me, it's niggas supposed to be outside. Like that's what it look like. Niggas outside, and it's like fall time, and niggas is back inside. Like we making our way back in the house now.
For real.
And I also feel like that plays a big part to when artists drop music. It's like we're not on that move right now. Like we about to go back in the house. It's getting cold outside. Like I want something I could like snuggle up to, not something I can be outside shaking ass. I mean, people still shaking ass. Don't get me wrong.
It's not the same when the sun's not hitting.
Yeah, it's getting dark early, man.
For real. So out of all,
it was like it wasn't bad. Like I don't know. I definitely like his last album more. I do like the song with Ferg. I forgot the name of it.
I love that song. Okay, when I first played the album straight through, that was the track that caught my attention off the rip. And Ferg, Harlem, like, please.
I know who it was at first, but I was like, oh, okay. When he said Harlem, I'm like, who is this? Yeah,
going in.
But yeah, that's definitely like my favorite from the album. Like you said, it caught my attention. So yeah.
Out of all of the releases, because Tyler the Creator, J. Cole, there's been a lot. We've been getting fed. Which album gets the most playtime from you?
Listen, right? So like now that I'm like working full time,
right?
I don't get to like listen to music as much as I would like want to, like top to bottom, especially because albums are like 20 songs long nowadays, and it's just like I don't have the time. But during quarantine, I was like on my Griselda wave. I discovered Griselda, and I was listening to like Benny the Butcher real hard. So like not his most recent album, but the one before that, Burden of Proof. I used to bump that like faithfully, like Burden of Proof, great album, and like he's a rapper too, so he bar for bar, and I don't know, I'm just on my Griselda wave, like all them. Shout out to Griselda, that's my,
I'm not on to that.
Huh?
I'm not on Griselda.
Okay. They're East Coast.
I gotta get into it.
New York, spitting.
I gotta get into it.
I don't want to say it's like a mainstream battle rap, but they're real aggressive. But they they talk that talk. I don't know. I feel like you would like it. Like
yes,
it's like something when you in your bag, and it's like, yeah, I feel like you'll appreciate it.
Okay. Well, thank you so much. And thank you so much for being here. I'm going to, after the live is done, of course, I'm going to drop your YouTube down in the link down there.
Oh, thank you.
What else would you like me to add there? Do you want people to follow you on Twitter, Instagram?
I'm gonna say Twitter, Instagram. All my social handles are the same.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'll throw all the links in there. All
yeah, it's
three.
literally all the same thing. So you could, if you put one, they'll find me on the other. But yes, I
Okay.
appreciate you for the invite. This is my
No,
first
thank
time
you
doing
so
something
much.
like this, so I was like, okay, we can try it.
Let's see how this is gonna go. She was like, "Should I test it first?" I'm like, "We're just gonna see." Hoping that it works. And then, of course, my audio wasn't working, but now it is. So, yes, thank you so much. Okay,
No
I'm gonna talk to you
problem.
later.
All right, see you.
So, before I bring on my next guest, I really just want to hop on here and check on the poll because do you believe that people are more sensitive today than they were a few years ago? On Twitter, everybody is saying yes. And on Instagram, I don't know what they're saying on Instagram. Everybody is saying yes, like 100%. Hi, Benjamin.
What's going on? How you?
I am good. How are you?
I can't complain, man. Had a long day, but I'm good. I'm good. How you?
Really? I'm good. Thank you so much for being here. I know it's late and it's a Monday. We're getting rain.
Yeah.
It's just a lot going on. Have you had a chance to see my poll question yet for today?
Nah, I haven't. What is it?
So the poll question for today is, do you believe people are more sensitive today than they were a few years ago?
1,000%. 1,000%.
Yes, everybody thinks that.
1,000%. I just feel like, I don't know, man. I feel like the internet like just kind of like messed everything up, man. Everybody feels as though they have an opinion and that their opinion matters. So everybody like is going to say what they want to say, and it's not necessary.
Yes,
So
and they feel like it is fact a lot of time. Like,
it's crazy.
before we get started talking about music, can you just introduce yourself to everybody? Tell them who you are, where you're from.
I'm Benjamin Scott. I'm an artist, producer, engineer, musician from Trenton, New Jersey. I don't know what else to say, man.
Yes, and that's why I'm so excited to actually have you on the podcast tonight to talk about rap and music because you are a musician yourself. And I did have a chance to check out your music, so I'm excited to talk about it. But first, yeah, you are a really good artist too. Put that out there. I was pleasantly surprised. But what are the main influences for how you listen to music?
How I listen to music,
Yes.
I try to not really have a bias, man. I kind of just try to receive it for what it is. I don't really, even if it's like an artist I know, I don't really try to go into it thinking about their past work. Like I kind of just, okay, what is this? And take it for that.
Word, I feel you. So you listen to rap?
Yeah, I listen to everything though. I listen to everything.
Really? Okay. So out of all of the rap albums ever made, which one is your favorite of all time? One of your favorites.
Ever made, I'm gonna have to say My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy by Kanye West.
Really?
No album that's like, come on, bro. Like,
Wow.
what are we talking about?
It is a really good album.
Amazing album. Like, and I'm talking about like even beyond rap. Like, there's so many other genres like on that album. There's so much that was done. Like, it's like, how can you put an album over that album? Like, how? Like, there's no.
It's not happening.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
So when you are listening to music for the first time and you're listening and you're trying not to have any biases, what does your ear go to first? Like, what's the first thing you listen for?
I don't really listen for anything specific. It's really about what catches me. Like what hits me like emotionally or like hits me spiritually or like it's when I hear it, it's just like, oh damn, that's crazy. Like that's really what kind of grabs me. I don't really try to pick and choose shit. I kind of want shit to like choose me, if you get it. Like I listen to it and if it's something crazy, I'll be like, yo, you heard what this nigga just said? Like this is, you know what I mean? But I kind of just let it happen. I don't really,
Yes. And when you're listening to new stuff, are you listening like to albums in particular? Do you listen to it on shuffle for the first time?
The only time I do that, like I won't do it shuffle. But if it's something that just looks crazy, like I'm gonna click it first. Like I remember when High Off Life came out when Future dropped that. I'm like a big Future fan. Like I love Future.
Okay.
Um, it's a song on there called Harlem Shake with Young Thug, and I played that first because it was crazy. I'm like, yo, this nigga got a song called Harlem Shake. Like what? But
Word.
that catches me again. Like I don't really. It has to really be something that grabs me, and then I'm like, oh, what's this? Other than that, I play it straight through.
That's interesting because I usually play it straight through as well. And I was just talking to Marjay and she was saying the same because she feels like, you know, you'll miss stuff or you just need to listen to it in full, which I agree. But I do the same thing. Like if I see a feature that I'm like, nah, like I gotta check this out, and then I go back and listen to it from top to bottom.
Yeah.
So and so Future is your favorite rapper or just one of your favorite?
One of them, yeah. If I hands down favorite, nah. I mean, he's up there though. Like that's my nigga. Like I ain't going.
How long you been rocking with Future?
Oh my god! So this is a funny ass story. I remember I was in high school. It was probably like 2012 or something like that. And I was talking to some kid that went to my school, and I'm like, "Yeah, who your favorite rapper?" And he was like, "Future." And I'm like, "Future." And at the time, he had like racks on racks on racks like that, and probably turn on the light. I'm like, "That's your favorite rapper?" Like what? He like, bro, crazy. Like he like, yo, you don't get it. Like he crazy. So I was like, all right, whatever. So I went to college in the South. You feel me? So I went to school, bro, and I really saw like the whole that Future had. Like it was like, bro, this is different. Like this is not no regular nigga. And then when I came back from school, he just went dumb. Like he dropped that Beast Mode 56 Nights Monster. Then he did What a Time to Be Alive with Dre. And I'm like, bro, he did. Come on, like
Yeah,
you can't
going in.
Can't doubt him. You can't doubt him.
So when you are following new or underground artists, how do you feel when they start to get that recognition?
Oh my god. It depends on who it is.
Really?
Some people I don't care. If it's someone
Okay.
I really feel like, yo, nobody knew who they were before.
Uh-huh.
Man, I'm tight. Like I'm like, bro, why would you do that?
That is so funny. Like, why are you tight? You should like why?
Because it's like, I think it's a kind of thing of like, I don't know. Like I'm trying to think of like a good analogy. Like I guess it's like ruined. Like the fun is ruined now.
That is so
like,
funny.
Like I came across this person, bro. Like nobody knew who they were.
Right. I knew the secret.
None of my friends knew what was going on, and now it's foiled. Like everybody knows.
You don't want to share great music.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like, all right, so even like I feel like down to like hip hop, like down to culture, like that's what makes culture what it is. Like the fact that you know the newest thing or the like, you know what I'm saying? So when you know the new thing and no one knows what it is, you're cool. Because it's like, bro, okay, you know what's going on. So now it's like you just snatched the coolness from me. So now I gotta go find it from somewhere else. Yeah, for real, I gotta find it from somewhere.
That's so funny. How do you find new artists to listen to, and like what helps you decide, okay, I'm gonna start rocking with them, or I'm even gonna give them a listen to begin with?
Anything. I love music. I play instruments and shit too. So I listen.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I play four.
What do you play?
Piano, guitar, drums, and also sax. So
okay, saxophone. I always wanted to know how to play the saxophone because it just looks so smooth. Well, it sounds so smooth.
It's dope. It was actually one of my favorite instruments that I learned. I'm not gonna lie. But damn, I'm sorry. What was the question? Oh, how do I find music? I really anything. I listen to playlists. When I talk to people, like say if I meet somebody, I ask them what I'm listening to right now, and you'll be surprised. Like some people will tell you. There's this one dude. He told me about this one band called Citizen. And they are a metal band, and they album like probably like a couple months ago. He's like, bro, this is the best album I ever heard in my life. I'm like, where? And I wanted to hear it. It was cool. It wasn't the best album I ever heard in my life, but
it was nice.
Yeah, it was dope. It was super dope. Super dope.
How long do you need to listen to an album? Like, how long do you sit with it before you can give it an honest rating?
I feel like that's hard. Like, it depends on what I'm listening to. Like, if I'm listening to something that has like a lot of depth to it,
have you thinking?
Yeah, I'm going to take more time with it naturally. But if I'm listening to something that's just like an easy listen, it's fun. probably like 3 times. I know what the fuck is with that album. Like,
I understand. And I feel like actually we're getting, this is my opinion. You can let me know how you feel, but I feel like now we're getting easy bake albums like that, or EPs, music like that, where it's like the songs are 2 minutes, they're all catchy, and you can listen to it 2-3 times through, and you already know what you're messing with, what you're not.
yeah, pretty much. I mean, you know, it's how shit is. Unfortunately, I mean, it's like fortunately and unfortunately, because I feel like that's beautiful. Like, I remember when I was younger and I was doing music, it was like, bro, like making a song and putting it out is crazy. Like, bro, we live in a day and age where, bro, you could record a song on your phone and put it on SoundCloud right now.
Yes.
It's crazy, and it's like it's dope, but it's like it's messed up because like everybody just does whatever. You know what I'm saying? You can make an album.
Yeah.
You could make an album this week and be like, I'm gonna drop it, and
I guess the only thing that'll like separate people is time having passed, and then you see consistency, you see evolution, or just
yeah,
are you putting out consistent good stuff, you know?
yeah.
Have you heard Donda? You like Twisted Dark Fantasy, so I assume you listen to Donda.
Mm-hmm.
Which track on there did you, when you first listened to it straight through, which track did you like kind of want to skip and you're like, I don't know if I'm feeling this, and now when you listen to it you're like, I get it, I like this?
The Off the Grid song with
Really?
yeah. When I first heard it, I was like, what the fuck is this? And then when Playboy Cardi got on it, I was like, all right, the song makes sense now. Like it makes super like sense for some reason. I don't know why. And then I liked Favi on it too, because I feel like Favi, like, he was in his bag, bro. That's the best Favi verse I've ever heard. Like,
Oh my goodness. So okay, before this album came out, all of Fabio's guest verses on other people's stuff, I was like talking to my brother and I'm like, why I feel like he's just giving like just anything. Like he's just saying anything. He just like, yo, I'm that nigga now, whatever. I'm gonna just say anything, little ABC rhyme, and they gonna mess with it because I'm Favi. And then when I heard him on Off the Grid,
yeah,
I was like, this is what he was waiting for, because he definitely
I
bodied that.
don't even feel like he was waiting on it. I just feel like like Kanye is a producer, man. Like he hears the record. Like, so if he feels like you could be in a certain place, like lyrically or whatever, like I feel like he's gonna do whatever he got to do to kind of get that out of you. Like I feel like he this type of person, like you're not leaving this room until you figure it out. Like,
Word.
and you know, I feel like he just figured it out. It was dope to me. It was the best I've seen from him, and I definitely hope to see him like grow. And you know what I mean?
Yes, for sure. So, what or who influences you in your style of musicality? Because you are an artist and a producer as well.
Yeah. Shit, I have a lot, man. A lot. Like a lot more than people even think.
What do people think are your influences, and then what would you say are influences people don't know about?
So obviously, I have like Kanye. You have Kid Cudi. I'm a huge Kid Cudi fan. I'm a huge Jay-Z fan. I'm a huge Pharrell fan. That's like standard shit.
Yes.
One of my biggest influences, though, like no bullshit, is Richard Pryor. Like he's
Really?
like super, because I feel like how he lives his life and how he lives like through his work and shit like that. Like it was like he didn't try to be funny. Like, you know what I'm saying? He just was a person that understood that you have to just be. And he kind of just was him. You feel me? And that's what made him great. Like, that's what made him, like, so amazing. Like, he didn't really care about rules. He didn't really care about, like, what this, that, and the third person thought. Like, and I thought that shit was, like, real poetic. Like, in a space where, like, think about comedy, like, where nobody was cursing and, like, everybody was, like, being clean and, like, trying to be like white people. And he was the first one, like, nigga, I'm not doing that. Like,
Right.
Depression, like, you know what I mean? So I just always thought that was fly. And yeah, Richard Pryor. Damn, I have a bunch that I can get into that are mad weird. But I'm gonna just stick with him for right now, Richard Pryor.
Okay, so I did have a chance, like I was saying earlier, to listen to your music. So I'm gonna tell you the ones that I like the most.
Cool.
Okay. I like Low Spot. I like your newest track, Know You.
Thank you so much.
And I think my favorite is one off, like listening to all of them first time straight through, was Falling in Reverse.
Wow,
Just
that's
the
so,
whole way you approached that song was wild to me. I'm like, no, like
man, that's so interesting you said that. But when I at the time, that was like my favorite song I ever did. Ever.
it was to me, I just thought like you put so much thought, and maybe I don't know if it took a lot of thought from you. Like I don't know if you're like a genius over there, but just everything was so intricate, and then like the flow switch up and the beat and everything, the slow down,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
everything,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
everything.
Nah, that shit was dope. I actually like I don't know, man. I be big on like I be rapping and stuff like that. But
Hmm.
I always look at stuff like, yo, how could I do this like different? Like I don't want to sound like anybody.
You know what I did notice?
Mm.
I don't really see you don't really have any features or anything. So I was wondering, like, do you work better alone or do you like collaborative projects?
Yeah, I do work better alone. But I actually do have a project that is about to come out really, really soon and it does have one feature on it. So
Oh, nice.
yeah, I'm working on that. But it's a really good feature too, and definitely look out for that. But I definitely work better by myself. I make a lot of my music at night by myself. So
Really?
yeah, I record myself, I mix myself, all that shit. So I just be really chilling and feel me.
And making music. It sounds really good too, like the mix and everything.
Can't wait till you hear this new stuff I got coming. It's crazy, man. It's crazy.
I'm excited. I'm genuinely excited. How has the pandemic affected you creatively since
Mm.
going back to 2020?
So I had a lot of cool stuff going on, like as far as my career and as far as my life, and I feel like a lot of it kind of like got put on hold. But one thing it really did make me do is like look inward a lot more. Like with my mixing and producing and stuff like that, I've always done it. But I feel like since that happened, I kind of was like, all right, bro, like you got to really like focus on what you're trying to do for real, for real, for real. Because if everything's shut down, like you're not gonna be able to go to the studio. So you gotta be able to do it yourself. Like you already make beats and stuff like that, so that shit isn't hard. Like so, I kind of just locked in for real. Like it really had me really lock in and focus on everything that I really, really wanted to do and how I could get it done.
And you were able to polish your skill, you know.
Super. I grew so much throughout. Yo, it's actually crazy. Like probably one day I'm probably gonna drop like a archive or like a capsule or something like that with like music from like 2018, 2019 to now. It's ridiculous, bro. Like I grew a lot.
But you started before 2018. I
Yeah,
see you have some tracks from like 2015.
yeah. So I have two EPs out, um, and I don't know, like probably like 4 or 5 singles. Um, and yeah, I was dropping a lot of music heavy. Around then I got a different management situation, so I was dropping a lot in like 2017, 2018. Then the pandemic hit in 2019. I was about to drop a project then, and that kind of like messed up everything, and I took a step back. I kind of like refocused my music and everything, refocused my sound, and I'm here.
What is your sound, would you say? Because you do have some melodies on your tracks, some tracks. You're not always just straight hardcore rapping.
Nah, I don't know, man.
You
Honestly,
don't want
like,
to.
hmm?
No, I was gonna ask, like, of course, probably as a creative, as an artist, you don't want to be put in a box of, well, this is my sound.
But like, I don't feel like obviously it's possible, but like I don't really feel like being put in a box, like, or at least me, like putting me in a box is hard because it's like, bro, I do so much. Like, you could put me in a box, but
Gonna find a new box later.
yeah, like next year, put me in a different box. So it's like, I don't really care. But that's what it's about. I feel like it's about getting bigger boxes,
Yes, I like that.
bigger boxes.
So I want to ask you one more question before we go. And you kind of already touched on a project that you are working on now, but the question I want to ask is, what is the most exciting part about a project that you're working on now?
The most exciting part. I'm gonna be honest with you. All right, cool. So, I don't write any of my music. Like I like freestyle my shit. So the most exciting part is when like I'm making a song, and this is really how it happens often. I'll start making a song, and I'll be making a song, and then I'll realize that, oh, this is some shit. But after it's done, like, you get what I'm saying? So I really like those aha moments, like where it's like I'm making a song and then halfway through making the song, I'm like, yo, this is fucking tough. Like, you know
When it
what I
starts to come together.
Yeah, that's the most exciting part for me. That's when it all starts making sense. Like, I really do.
So the project that you're working on now, is it starting to make sense now? Are we getting a date soon?
I don't want to say no date, but what I will say, I'm 2 songs away from being done. So
Okay. It's about done.
yeah, it's about done. And I got another surprise after that. I don't really want to talk too crazy about it, but just stay tuned, yo. It's gonna be a lot of good shit going on.
Yeah, so where are the people staying tuned to? And I will be sure to drop the links below.
Definitely put my Instagram and my YouTube. Definitely follow my YouTube and definitely take my Instagram at the Benjamin Scott. Tap in with me, man. I got shows and shit coming up, new music, new videos, merch, all that shit.
Wow, I'm so excited. And thank you so much for being here. It was a pleasure speaking with you. Thanks for, spending your Monday here.
Thank you so much for having me. It was a blast. I enjoyed talking to you.
Thank you.
Cool. All right.
Oh, I don't know if I might have kicked him out of the studio too soon if he was going to say something. But I will definitely. Hey, Dollface Monty. I will definitely leave all of the links down below. Everybody watching on YouTube and Facebook, Twitter. I'm not sure if you can watch it on Twitter or if it's just an audio. But this was such an awesome first Monday night with you guys. Be sure to tune in with me next Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, of course. We're going to be talking about girl code and do you believe that girl code is a myth? So I'm going to have my ladies up here and we're going to get into some things in my Nicki Minaj voice. Let's get into some things. Okay, so let me check on this poll before we go because I just want to know. I mean, most people were basically coming like 100%. People are way more sensitive now than they were a few years ago. Yep, 100%. Final results on Twitter. And let me just head over to this other one to see. Yeah, 100%. All right, well, next Monday, I will be posting a new poll question. So be sure that you're following me on Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter, or all of them. Come holla at me. And you will have a chance to let your voice be heard in the poll. I'll ask a different question every week and I'll share the results with you guys. So thank you all so much. This was really good. Is there anything else I need to be telling y'all before I go? I don't think so. So if that's everything, then
Misha Madness and Motivation Podcast was ecstatic to have you today.